Okay, so here's our part 3 in animating. Like I mentioned before, we're gonna animate the slanted bars. So it's coming down from the sky in a slanted angle. But in order to do that, we have to change how our handles is aimed at. Right now it's our handles. It's the way it's aimed and positioned is at a straight right angle. Okay, up and down, left and right. That's called world orientation, meaning this 3D world grid is oriented by default up and down and across 0, 0, 0. So we're gonna change that. We're gonna go to modeling. Okay, the modeling menu, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna go under the move settings. Let's hide the mesh settings, hide the component settings, hide the tool settings, and I'm gonna just focus on our move settings. And down here it says object. Okay, that's the same as the world. Okay, I'm gonna go to custom. Alright, so that's our custom setting. Right now I actually changed this setting beforehand. Okay, so before it was set like this. Okay, just I want you to imagine that it was like this. Alright, this is how it should look like on your computer screen itself. Okay, so assuming that this is how it looks like by default, and that we go into custom and then edit pivot. Okay, here we go, edit pivot, activate that. Ignore these color things going on, just watch on this screen. I'm gonna hit the space bar. Okay, let's go to panels, panels, orthographic, front. The reason why is that I'm gonna hit the space bar. I'm gonna just eyeball it, so it's gonna angle itself. So you see how it says align? Okay, all I'm gonna do is carefully and slowly, I'm gonna just eyeball it so it looks like it's at the correct slant as my object. So around here, I assume, looks pretty good. So I like that. So now I'm gonna go click off. Alright, good. Alright. So now all of these are gonna have the same slant. And as these as well. But then after, when we're done animating this, we're just gonna go back, click here, go to world or object. For now, we're gonna go to custom. Okay, so that's where we edited our pivot orientation. Alright, now, so if we notice, everything touches down right around, everything makes contact around frame 20. Okay, so I want these to start coming down. Maybe start with this one at after frame 20. So maybe it'll touch down maybe on frame 25 or 27. Give it about 7 frames. So right here it stops, and then so the audience is gonna think, okay, we have animated text, but and then from there, about 7 frames later, these guys are gonna start kicking in. Alright, so I'm gonna hit S. This is my contact point where it's gonna land. I'm gonna go back about 10 frames. Here's a little tip on how to go through scrubbing frames. Instead of scrubbing like this, where I'm using my mouse, my left mouse, and dragging it, what I could do is hold on the Alt or the Option, I think, for the Mac, and then you'll see these the comma and the period. But when you hold, and then you know how it's the comma and the greater than, less than sign. So I'm gonna hold on Alt and the first greater or less than sign, the left one. So I'm gonna go Alt and then click, click, click. Okay. So Alt and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Maybe 8 frames. And I'm gonna hit S. Alright, so here's my landing point right here. And this is at frame 19. I'm gonna pull back. So we're gonna pull back in this orientation. Maybe here. And then I'm gonna hit S to lock that position in. Hit the space bar. So it's here. Okay, so see? Here. Okay. Maybe I'll pull it some more. Up here. No. Over here. Frame 19. I'm gonna pull it back a little bit more. Hit S. Alright, so let's play this. Alt V. Maybe it's delayed too long. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do is, here's another tip. Hold on the Shift, left mouse click and drag, and then let go. Alright, again. Right around here, little couple frames before this frame, we're gonna go hold on Shift, left mouse click. Okay, we're still holding down the Shift key and still holding down the left mouse button. I'm gonna drag it so it encompasses these two keyframes. Now in this here, I'm gonna left mouse click and drag. So we just pull those keyframes and we dragged it back. Now it should, okay. It's still delayed too long. So I'm gonna click here. I'm gonna left mouse click, hold down my Shift and drag. Oh, never mind. I'm gonna hold down Shift first, click outside with my left mouse, meaning outside here, and then drag and then let go for both. Then I'm gonna drag it some more, arbitrarily, like this much. Now let me try animate it again. Alt V. Okay. And then, so that one was frame 10 to 18. So for this one, okay. How should I make this easier for you guys? Okay, frame 18. So this, I want him to make contact after him. So instead of frame 18, it'll touch down on frame 22. Hit S. Okay. And this one over here, it started at frame 10. Touchdown. On frame 10, begin, touchdown at frame 18. This one, touchdown on frame 22. Let's go to frame 10, just like him. Hit S to just make a visual notation of a keyframe. pull it back. Okay, maybe around here. Arbitrarily, doesn't really matter, I guess. Or around here or whatever. Hit S. And boom, boom. See how it looks like. Let's grab this one. So this one, frame 22. So this one, instead of frame 22, it's gonna make contact on frame 25. Three frames later, maybe 4. Hit S. Contact. And frame 10. And frame 10. Okay, that's our beginning point. Grab this, frame 10, hit the keyframe, now pull it back. Now, okay, hit S again, so doo-doosh. See how that looks. Alt V. So there you go. Here it is animated. I think that the blocks, they all could come back, they all could make contact a little bit sooner. So here's a little tip. You could grab everything. Okay, so this one, here's my keyframes. Shift, left mouse select, and it selected the other keyframes for him. Shift, left mouse select, and it selected the keyframes for him, all of it together. So again, here's the trick again. We're gonna grab these and we're gonna pull it back a little bit, so it makes contact sooner rather than later. Now I'm gonna go over here, hold down Shift, left mouse click, and drag, and I'm gonna go, I let go, so it's encompassing all these keyframes. In the middle, little arrows here, I'm gonna just yank it 1, 2, 3, maybe 4, and then click outside. Now I'm gonna hit Alt V. Much better, see? I like that. Alright, so that's the end of this tutorial.